Hey guys, what's up? JK with Porn Reboot here. Today I'm going to talk about why it's not too late for you to quit porn, especially when you're in your 20s. Now, let's talk a little bit about your prefrontal cortex. Your prefrontal cortex is in charge of something called executive function. All right? Executive function are the skills, basically a range of skills for self-management. So these are the things you use to help you attain your goals. So a couple of things that executive function does is that it organizes, helps you prioritize tasks, it helps you focus and sustain your attention, it regulates your awareness, it helps you manage frustration during long tasks, it helps you recall things from the past, and it also helps you to kind of monitor yourself in general. So you're able to kind of check in on yourself and see how you're doing while you're performing a task. So executive function does regulate a lot of very important skills, okay? And one of the things that I rarely hear any individuals talking about, especially individuals who help men to end their out of control sexual behavior, is the fact that executive function does not, or rather is not fully developed in adults till you are around the age of 25 years old. For some guys, a little bit older, 26, 27. Now, with any sort of addiction, and there are studies to show that this includes porn addiction, you are going to experience very poor executive function when the neural pathways in your brain are affected by porn addiction. So obviously, regulating your emotions, being able to be focused on tasks for a long time, being able to prioritize, being able to manage your time while you're working on different tasks is going to affect you. This affects your success. It affects your academics in school. It affects many things that you do. However, we live in this culture where being successful at a very early age is glorified, right? So, you see all the Mark Zuckerbergs and you see all the insanely successful YouTube stars who, have millions of followers and make millions of dollars. Being famous and successful these days means that you also have to be youthful. You can't be in your 30s and be successful and famous and put on a pedestal. Oh, you can be, but usually, you are celebrated more when you're young. You guys know what I'm talking about. All the people who accomplish wealth, great wealth, are usually in their 20s, and that's what you want to see. Like Forbes, whatever. Is it Forbes or Fortune? One of those magazines has the 30 under 30, right? My point is, with the culture we live in today, there's so much pressure to be a success of some sort, usually financial or material, when you are in your early 20s, So a lot of men in their 20s beat themselves up, especially when they struggle with something like porn addiction. But a point I'd like to make is that you don't fully develop all the skills that you need just naturally, even if we take porn addiction aside, till you're 25 years old, right? For every Zuckerberg, for every, what's his name, Logan Paul, for every one of these guys who is making it, let me assure you that there are millions of guys all over the world who are sitting in their parents' basements, at 25, wondering what went wrong in their life, wondering why they fucked up in their SAT. And I want to use myself as an example because, I didn't have any talents. Even among those who sucked in school, I was at the lowest rung. And you don't have to move at the same pace of everybody else, right? Focus on your recovery right now. Focus on the things that you are struggling with. If you're 23, if you're 24, if you're 22, if you're 19, it's okay. You are adding the pressure of your porn addiction, your problem with pornography, on top of all the other pressures. I assure you that years ago, like a decade ago, guys were not really worrying about being successes in their early 20s. It just really wasn't a thing. Back then, it was more important for you to spend your 20s developing some sense of value, developing principles, but a study was recently done that showed that men in their 20s today feel that it's more important to generate material wealth than it is to develop a set of lifelong principles. That's crazy, right? The reality is not everybody's going to be wealthy. Not everyone's going to be a Zuckerberg. Not everyone's going to be this, financial or technological maverick. These are all exceptions to the rule that our society and our culture is focusing on. They put the spotlight on them among thousands and thousands of people, right? I'm a man in his 30s. I'd say I do pretty damn well for my demographic of men in their early to mid 30s. But I can assure you that there was nothing special about me till I hit maybe 26. And then, really, as a late bloomer, then my talent started showing. And it still took me a couple of years after 26, 27, 28, 29 to hone in on those skills. And it is only now that I'm beginning to mature into specific skill sets. It's only now I'm beginning to mature into just the way that I work, the way that I think, the way that I prioritize. And don't get me wrong, I work very, very hard. So brothers, those of you who are sitting there and have this self-talk of, I'm a loser, I haven't accomplished anything, don't let that hold you back. Now, don't squander your 20s either, that being said. Don't go like, well, it's okay, my executive function is not going to be fully developed till I'm in my mid to late 20s, so I'm just going to do what I want to do. No, you've got to put yourself out there, and you've got to try as many things as possible. That's what your 20s is for. It's okay. Like, go to college, try different types of jobs, try starting a business on the side. You have the energy to do it now. So your 20s are important, but all I'm saying is let go of this thing that you have to be, incredibly successful, right? When it comes to porn addiction, you've got time too, right? But just don't fuck it up. Don't not try to recover, but also realize that you're a guy in his 20s. You've got, early 20s, you've got high testosterone levels. If you've got high testosterone levels and you're not having sex, why are you trying to be celibate, right? So many guys are fucking themselves up because they're like, well, I'm not gonna watch porn. If I masturbate, I'm gonna beat myself up. If I orgasm, it's all like, come on, guys, right? I'm not advocating watching pornography. I'm definitely not advocating not masturbating. And that's why with the porn reboot system, I tell guys, don't beat yourself up if you slip, right? Sometimes guys are sending me messages all the time. JK, I had sex. Does this mean that my stop fapping streak is fucked? And first of all, don't come up in my face using the word stop fapping and all that bullshit. But secondly, no, you had sex. Congratulations. You are a regular human being. That's good. You didn't break any streak. You didn't do anything wrong, right? As long as it was consensual, of course. JK, I slipped after like freaking 90 days. It's the end of the world. You didn't watch porn for 90 days. You didn't masturbate for 90 days. You slipped. Once. You didn't even watch porn. You just masturbated. It's not the end of the world, right? Just keep doing what you're doing to rewire your brain if you're struggling with porn, right? And to help you guys out, those of you who are still confused and watching my video for the first time, I've left a link to our porn addiction quiz to find out if you are addicted to pornography in the description below. Also, for those of you who are in your 20s, those of you who are really struggling with an out of control sexual behavior and you know it, I've had some guys reach out and say, JK, I would love to join, one of your programs, but I can't really afford it. Well, I wasn't really going to announce this on YouTube. It was just to those who are on my email list, but I'll let you guys know now. We just launched a program called the Reboot Implementation Program. And the Reboot Implementation Program is basically the same material that I coach men who are in my coaching program in. It's the same material. You're not receiving coaching, but it is a video course. It's a 12-week video course that you can use to end your behavior with porn and masturbation. And when I say end it, this is not material that was thrown together. This is literally material that has been used and is still being used by men in my group coaching program. So it's something affordable. You're not going to get one-on-one time with me. I'm going to be straight with you. But you are going to get an amazing 12-week program that has all the worksheets, that has all the exercises, that has the complete 12-week system. This is your opportunity to get it. It's going to be available at an early enrollment rate till the 22nd of July. I do believe that's Monday. So if you're watching this in the future, past the 22nd, and you look at it and you go like, holy shit, JK, that looks expensive. Well, you missed out on the early enrollment. All right. And the last thing I want to mention is that for those of you in your 20s who are still struggling with just figuring your shit out, you're just like, JK, I don't know, should I get a job? Should I start a business? Should I date? Should I stay with the girl I'm with? Should I get married? Should I live with my parents? Should I go to college? Should I travel the world? JK, what should I do? Am I depressed? Am I not depressed? Should I take a year off? All those questions. Well, guess what, guys? I've got a brand new YouTube channel called 20s Mentor. Go check it out. Just Google 20s Mentor. I don't think you can Google it and find it because it's new. Go to the description below, click on 20s Mentor, go check it out. We've also got an Instagram page. We've got a lot of stuff. A couple of years ago, I was just cranking out these videos because I was super inspired. I never really shared them with anybody. I have over 200 videos for 20s Mentor. I don't sleep much, guys. I just shoot videos, I talk, I create stuff, right? So I really believe that's going to help some of you guys. It's not related to pornography. I don't talk about porn there. I do talk about business. I talk about purpose. I talk about principles. I talk about relationships. I talk about life philosophy. I talk about all the things that I learned, all the things that I thought men while I was in my mid-20s to late 20s when I built a sales training company, and also when I was the director of the largest international student sales internship in the United States. So a lot of my philosophies are there. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so that's my ramble for today. I'm done at the gym. I'm about to start my work day. You guys have an awesome day. I'm JK, your brother in the struggle. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'll speak to you guys later in the week.